they're in the top 5 right now, if they consistently don't place from here on in, you know, it could be bad for them too. But speaking of this match right now, we have Cimmerian ThunderGod versus MadPropz Pumped Up Jax. This was the character we saw last time. Cimmerian, as we've said last week, you know, this guy almost beat Foxy last week in the Grand Finals. 2-0 down, bringing it back and almost making a full 3-game comeback, which would have been remarkable, but he'd already done that 3-game comeback the match beforehand to get into Grand Finals. So, you know, Cimmerian is no joke, but MadPropz, here he is, and he's here to play. Jax, a very strong character. The plus frames on that projectile. Goes to the overhead, unpunished by Cimmerian, unfortunately. Goes to the down forwarder, punish the whiffed Shocker. Shocker does hit high, can crouch underneath it. Oh, goes for it again this time. Good low into the overhead punch, but no confirm. Doesn't quite get the conversion, and as we mentioned, this point in the tournament, I mean, you need to make every hit count, unfortunately. And this will be a full convert. Get the forward one. The forward one by Raiden being such a powerful normal. We see the forward 1-2 string used so many times by different ThunderGod Raiden players at this point. We saw Dizzy abusing the hell out of it. A combo breaker, which ultimately got him the win. Will we see Cimmerian manage to make a similar result here today, but it doesn't look like it right now as MadPropz has taken the first round. MadPropz is a very, very strong round one. Keeping him in the corner, as we've said time and time again. I mean, the corner game in this game is so important, keeping the opponent there. I mean, when you're in the corner against the opponent, your options are limited, and they have more options against you. So it's very, very important to keep them there if you can, if your character's a strong corner game. But that would be a full punish on the overhead. Oh, does drop it this time, making himself a mere 30% damage. One of the things about ThunderGod Raiden, if you drop those combos early, you really miss out on a lot of damage. Get the meter burn ball, and that will be a full convert. Really good stuff from Cimmerian. Good eyes and a good overhead to close out the second round. I mean, there's something we've said so many times before. ThunderGod Raiden will have meter. He's going to get it because he builds so much on block. Oh, wonderful whiff punish by Cimmerian to really take that. 15% though, unfortunately, but as leave standing. Oh, goes to Shocker instead. Good bait on the overhead punch there. Full combo punish. MadPropz, I mean, that was a risky wake up. He had to use the meter first and then broke all 3 bars to get out of that situation. Cimmerian put him in 50-50. Here comes the 40% into the mixed up. Gets a good low, and this will close out the round if he gets the combo. And that would be Chip alone, but gets a good down 3. MadPropz looking to bring this one back. Oh, that knee is punishable on block. Cimmerian goes for the armored uppercut just to make sure that doesn't happen. I mean, that was nuts. I think the real decider in that game is that MadPropz, I mean, he spent the farm. He spent the farm on that wake-up attack. He had 3 bars ready, but he spent 1 bar on the wake-up attack. But then, because it was punishable, he spent the other 2 on the break. I mean, that 1 read cost him his entire bar, but then when you've spent your whole bar and you're still in the corner against Raiden with no stamina, I mean, he's going to implement those 50-50s all day. It's a guaranteed 50-50 at that point. Like, there is no longer, is he going to jump, is he going to delay wake up? Like, you kind of have to really deal with a 50-50 at that point. I mean, we say a lot, if you've got the breaker, yes, you can afford to make those reads and take those risks, but if you're against Raiden, and the negative side of taking that risk is no meter, no stamina, and a corner, then it no longer becomes worth it. So it's about risk, reward, assessment, evaluation, non-stop. That's what you need to see. But as we talk risk versus reward, I mean, in essence, every wake-up attack is a risk versus Raiden, because not necessarily because he does huge combo damage, but it's the corner carry of that Superman, which then puts you in the corner, and that's where ThunderGod Raiden excels. That corner game, those 50-50s. Here comes a convert. As we mentioned, corner carry, that one Superman has put MadPropz into the corner. Really good stuff, but here comes MadPropz, committing to the overhead there. Unfortunately, he had no stamina, so he could not follow up in the combo. Risky Superman dive from Cimmerian, but does get a good read. Left himself in the corner, uses the environment to get out of that situation. And he checks in with that really fast hitting normal. I mean, that's something he could really abuse. Spending the bar on that just to trap MadPropz and keep him there. Oh, catches the whip punish again. The forward 1, such a powerful normal from Raiden. And he leaves him standing. Really smart stuff from Cimmerian. Just leaving him standing and going for chip right before MadPropz has the chance to break. Very smart. It's one of the important things you do in this top level play is you look at the opponent's meter. You're not just looking at your own. If they almost have a breaker, then you can alter the combo just to make sure they can't break and then go for chip afterwards. The restand once again. MadPropz, I'm not sure what he's doing there. He might be trying to sort of interrupt, but he hasn't got the meter, so armor is not an option. He is unfortunately eating these guaranteed resets every time. Oh, the blender. And he tries to down 1. Down 1 once again. Risky stuff. That may have been what he did last time. That's what cost him the guess, but just like that, it's looking bad for MadPropz right now. Oh, the read. That was nothing more than a, that was disrespect. I know exactly what you're going to do. That was disrespect. That was disrespect. That was, I'm so confident. I am so confident you're pressing a button. I'm literally just going to do this move right in front of you. And you're going to hit it, and it's going to kill you. But it did! So MadPropz is now going into Game 3 knowing that Cimmerian is reading him like a book right now. I mean, in those situations, it can be quite crippling. I mean, you now know that your opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, and they're 2 games up. So if MadPropz, you know, I recommend just taking some time here to really just think about what's going on. Think about, you know, what is costing you the matches. I mean, I think what's costing him these games is the fact that he's not trying to block these mix-ups and get something when he blocks it. He's just trying to interrupt. He's trying to down 1, he's trying to down 3. He's trying to sometimes armor. I can't tell whether the low pokes are armored interruption attempts that aren't quite working out, but I really think if he's in the blender, he really needs to kind of just
sometimes you've just got to take that mix-up. Sometimes you've just got to take it. You've got to make that read to try and get out. Looks like they're going back into game 3 as fast as they can. MadPropz wasting no time here. Does get the overhead again. Manages to bag himself first hit.
He's running into a lot of these situations, so unfortunately when he gets the overhead, he actually has no stamina to follow up the combo with, unfortunately. Oh, Cimmerian has been in the corner. This is exactly where Cimmerian wants him to be. Again, no stamina against Raiden. That's 50-50 town.
Really good jump in from MadPropz. Goes for a really good throw. Again, he still has no stamina. I mean, you regen stamina at such a delayed rate after using a breaker. You kind of have to really assess how you're going to use your stamina once you've done it, but he doesn't block the second hit of the overhead.
Cimmerian committing fully into the overhead. I mean, that's unsafe on block, but he's confident here. I mean, he is very confident in his play. Tries to anti-air, doesn't quite get it in time. Oh, and that will close it out. Match point, Cimmerian. Such a dominant set so far. MadPropz not really getting the chance to do anything.
Cimmerian is just establishing a really good footsie game right now. Like, he knows the ranges of the forward 1, of the low, of the down 4. Like, he's using them all.
Commits into the grab there just to make that 50-50
was that the option
safe.
select? Did he do the option select in the back too? That we see Raiden players going to. I mean, on hit, gives you a really, really massive damage combo, but on block, if you do the option select, you bag yourself like at least like -7 instead of like -60.
I love
really
that armored Superman. I love that armored Superman on reaction to the grab. And he's fishing for the brutality.
Going for the brutality. The disrespect.
He's fishing for the brutality, and there we go.
And he gets it.
Cimmerian taking that very dominantly. And fishing for brutality right at the end. This guy just showboating for us at this point. You know, the game 2 doing the raw special right in front of MadPropz.
And then he's just going shocker, on block into another one just to get the brutality. We saw